Hello, I wanted to share with you my newest little creation. It's a snowman I made, and I did a lot of detail on this little guy. I'm going to bring him closer so you can see. Totally different than anything I've ever done. I did sew-on rhinestones, vintage rhinestones, sew-on ones for his eyes. I did all blue and white because that's the theme of our tree this year. And I just did a little bit of beadwork on him. I didn't coat the whole thing with sequins. And for those of you that are new to my channel, the way I do these ornaments is I find a cookie cutter when I can. Sometimes I have to hand draw them and do a stencil. But I do a cookie cutter, and then I simply take an ink pad like you would stamp on paper. I take either a dark one for light felt and a silver one for dark felt, and I stamp the cookie cutter onto the felt. I don't know if this is showing up. Let me see. I feel like it's not. Let me turn off this other light. That might be too much light. Let's see. And see, I stamp him onto the felt, and I cut him out. And then for the hat, I stamp the hat out. Where did it go? I say this is not going to probably show up very well, but I stamped him, the hat, in silver. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera. There we go. And then I cut that out and overlay it onto this. I stamp out two of the snowman, so I have a back and a front. Then I used a blue pipe cleaner that I cut in half, and then I glued it. After I sequined the whole front, when I was done, I glued this in right behind the scarf, and then I just trimmed it as I needed to, and I hand cut out these little mittens, and then I did an edge around the whole thing. I did a single beaded edge on the sides of the mittens, and I did my and on the scarf, and I did my traditional tri-edge on the rest of him. Now the videos showing you how to do that are in the description box below the video. I did one on doing my basic ornament. I did one on the edgings. But I'm really proud of him. He turned out really good. I did a lot of extra things like the buttons. I thought that'd be fun. Now I made some mistakes. I wish I had done the scarf first and done the buttons down a little further. But that's okay. It's for our tree. I'm not real worried about it. And I'm just real happy. And this is how they look on the back. I put a little bit of cotton in them. And I save the cotton when we buy a bottle of vitamins. I love the way this cotton works. It's very easy to move around and form the little bit of stuffing I want inside my ornaments. I did put a little button behind the loop, but normally I hide all my stitches with a sequin, but this was so much detail work I just wasn't in the mood to do that much extra. But I'm really, really pleased with how he came out, and it just shows that with a little creativity you can really make something a lot of fun. And I'm going to do more like this, but I'm going to do a few that are my traditional ones first, because this probably took the same amount of time as if I'd sequined the whole thing. But I wouldn't have done all the detail if I'd sequined the whole thing. I would have just done blue on the scarf and white on here. And doing all this little detail takes a lot more time. Now these are vintage, but I do believe you can still buy sew-on rhinestones. And I was going to do a bead, but I thought that would look a lot more fun. And I put the snowflakes over on this side as a little added accent. I'm hoping this is coming out okay on camera. I can't really tell. There we go. I did the snowflakes and I layered them a little bit. I like to do the layered stacked sequins. So I did a little bit of that on the snowflakes. I added a few things. I could have done a few more, but I wanted to keep it more in this corner because I did beadwork here and I did beadwork here, and then I left a little open space to fill in with the sequins. Like I say all the time, there's no right or wrong way to do these little guys. Like I could have done sequins on the gloves, but I decided not to. Same with the hat. I just did a couple accents. I was going to put something in his hand, but decided he would be better just by himself. But you could do something like that. You could put something like put his hands together and have him holding something. I could have put a snowflake. I could have done a bunch of things. But I just really liked him how he came out. I thought he came out really good. He'll be fun on the tree. We're doing a blue and white tree for those of you that are new to my channel. My husband asked me the end of last year, do you think next year we could do a blue and white tree? My goal was to do 2 a week and have 100 by Christmas, but clearly that did not happen. One day I'll do a video showing you what I've gotten done so far, but I think I'm only at like, I don't know. I don't even know, 15 maybe? I don't know. It's really very, very bad how slow I've been at doing them. But I'm going to get back to doing 1 or 2 a week at least. Now, they might not all be this fancy, but I'll have to tell you, this was a lot of fun. It really was a lot of fun. And it just using basic, simple things. Now, the white I used was from Hobby Lobby. And I get these when they're half price. Now they're, I think, closer to $5 now, but you can get them half price. These are very nice, especially for the edging, because they're very uniform. If you look, you can see that they're very uniform. Where some sequins you buy, or seed beads you buy, every one is a little bit different. So I like these, but I only buy them when they're 50% off. I used some snowflakes I had, but these are real easy to find online. Cartwright Sequins sells bags of snowflakes, and Cartwright Sequins, I'll show you their bag. This is not something I use, but that way you can see their email address is ccartwright.com, and that's where I get most of my sequins. Now the blue seed bead I used on there is a Toho opaque turquoise, and I got this at Aura Crystals a long time ago, but Toho's pretty dependable. I mean, they probably still have it. And then just a generic blue felt, and then the blue I used was, I think this one here, a transparent cobalt, also Toho from Aura Crystals. Aura Crystals is really good for seed beads. I've been buying from them for years. Yeah, see, here's another one of these. I always have the white and the black. And what else did I use on here? Just generic buttons I had in my button. A bugle bead that I just happened to have. I might have even used these on here. I can't remember which one. But these don't look silver lined, so I'm pretty sure they're the Tohos. But you can't get a gorgeous blue seed bead at Hobby Lobby. Now, these are old. They're $2.99. Like I said, I think they're closer to $5, but they're on half price a lot. And like these are a big bag of white luster that I got at Auntie's Beads. So there's a lot of places. AuntiesBeads.com, Aura Crystals, Cartwrights, lots of great providers of supplies. Now this is a beading thread I used. This is Nemo, I believe. This stuff's available pretty much anywhere that sells the seed beads, like Auntie's Beads. Aura Crystals, I believe, sells these little spools of thread in all kinds of colors. I used a big spool of white that I've had for 30 years for all my white, but you can buy the same spools in white. And these big ones, which they're usually out to about here, you can get these for about 25 bucks on Amazon, eBay, pretty much anywhere, and they'll last you a lifetime. And I have them in every color that size that I could get. And then I used some little tiny white sequins. They're 3 millimeter. They're also from Cartwright. See how tiny those are? Cartwright's the only place I've found where I can get such a variety of sizes. And this is not a commercial for Cartwrights. I get nothing if you go to Cartwrights, because I'm not even giving you a link, because I get nothing. They don't know me except as a heavy consumer. But 3 millimeter full cup opaque, that's what I used on his hat and his scarf. And then this here was a 5 millimeter semi-cupped. This is a full cup, and that means it's like fully cupped like this. A semi-cup is kind of like this. It's got like a little bevel around the edge. Do I have one laying out? Well, here's a bag of semi-cup that shows you how they're almost flat. They're almost flat. They just have a small bevel around the edge. When they're upside down, you can kind of see they're cupped. And these have like a little shimmer to them. They're like an iris or an AB. And those are the materials I use, just very simple, basic materials. And you could do any colors you want. You could do this in Christmas colors. You could do a red hat, a green scarf, same with the gloves. I'm just doing a blue and white tree, so that's why he got done in the blue and white. Then I just do a simple loop where I come up through the back of the felt. I put on usually about 6 inches of beads. After I come up through one of these beads, then I go back through the one next to it and tie it in a really good knot, and then I put the button over it. But sometimes I'll put a sequin over it, and sometimes I'll just leave the knot. I figure no one's going to see them when they're on the tree. So it's just a lot of fun. Now this smile here, that was a vintage bead I had on hand, but you could do anything. And you can see those weren't as even. If I had it to do over, I'd have done a different bead, because you can see it's kind of a little lumpy. But I figured for a snowman that would be okay, because snowmen are supposed to be a little lumpy. But anyway, I'm really pleased with him. I think he came out great. I will do more with the detail, but I will also be doing some regular ones as well. But I really like this one. And then the other cutout I have here, I will do him in a traditional way later. I'll do him just the way I normally do without all the fancies. But I really am happy with how he came out. But yeah, and what I like about doing this kind of thing, it's like doing a piece of art. Every one is different. Like if I was to do this again and do it fancy, I would do it completely different. And like this, I added because there was a little bit too much space there. So that's one thing you can do with the sequins. If you see a little boo-boo you make, or you don't like how something looks, just add a little sequin or embellishment, and that'll fix it. But anyway, he was a lot of fun. I'm very pleased with how he came out, and my husband's delighted with him. I let him pick out some of the colors, and he's quite thrilled. And it's fun to make these for him. I hope I can get up to 50 by Christmas. I'm not sure if I can, but that's my goal. If I can, I'll have to see how many I've actually made. And if I count them before the video, I'll put it in the comments below, or not the comments, the description box below. But if you want more details on how to do a basic ornament, that's how. But all I did different was the arms, and that was a bit tricky because I had to do the edge in front, and then you see I did not do an edge in back. That's how I did that. So I stopped there, I went across the front, and then I left the back empty. Now I could have gone and done something on the back, but it would have been kind of tricky. But again, like I said, I don't worry so much about the backs, because when you hang them on the tree, this is what you see. And it's a lot of work to try to make this look as good as the front, so I don't. In fact, the blue shows up quite a bit. Normally I do the back to match the edging so that it will look nice, but sometimes you can't. So anyway, I hope you like him. And like I said, if you look in the description box below this video, there's a little more. Hit the more. It'll take you to all the different links I have to do videos. And really, if you go back to any of my older videos where I do tutorials, then it'll be there. I may do an updated tutorial at some point, but right now I just want to get some more ornaments made and have some more pieces to show you, because I know that a lot of you get ideas from these, and then you show me the things you make that are even better than what I did, and that always is so exciting to me. That's why I started this channel, to hopefully inspire somebody to make something, and I just love it when you guys share what you've made. So I will be back soon. I'm hoping to have another video. This will be coming open. I'll be putting this up on Wednesday, so I'm hoping by Friday I'll have another video. I am going to share my llama I'm making for a friend for her birthday. I did a llama video years ago, but this will be an updated one showing you the new one I made for people that didn't go back 7, 6, 5 years and look at my old videos. So I will share the llama, and then I will be sharing a new Christmas video hopefully on Friday. So I'll be back soon. Bye.